Hi and welcome back. So I have a time limit for my videos, so that's why I'm sometimes do two parts. Here, if I go back to the third learning engagement activity, as I've said, for each of these threads, there are four standards. You click on each standard, you can access the document. Within the document, if I say approaches assessment 04, if you go in the document, you'll see that 04 starts on page 13. So 0404 would be somewhere further, like actually a little bit back here. So in page 17, and then you can read all the practice. Of course, some things is more aligned with the PYP or diploma program. So then just or the core program. So you can read the MYP, but you can everything else on top. Everything else, like this is for all programs, IB programs, but there are some specifications for MYP in some of these standards and practices, some of these practices. So use the standard, you read it. One thing that you do well, you share how you can do it well at your school, in your class, in order to give ideas to the other participants. And you can also ask a question and try to answer the other participants' questions in order to try to see how we can do well, implement the standard practices in our class. So here there are 4 posts. It doesn't happen often during the 4 weeks. This activity is a little bit longer because of that. And then the last learning engagement activity, which is pretty simple. You have the learner profile attributes, and then you choose one of the IB learner profile attribute, and then you select an image, and you can just write a little sentence. So it's basically more for fun and see how we can like visualize these IB learner profile attributes. So I have done an example. Let's say I'm feeling balanced, and here I have my image and explain to you why. I gave the reference, and that's it. So it takes only a few minutes. So to see what you have to do, basically, I also will send you with my message. I have sent you and my message a link that you will hear. What it does is that throughout the module, what I will do is that if you have done the activity, I will put an X. This is because I'm not connected to right one. I have chosen the link which is non-editing, but I would put an X when you have done the activity, and I will put the background of the cell here, like in color, when I will have read and made a follow-up on that activity. So you see that evolving throughout the 4 weeks. So that also gives you like a reminder of what has to be done. So in the first week, introduce yourself from the home page. Also then module 1, 2 steps. 2 steps because 1, you share your definition. You give an example how you can implement international mindedness in class, and then step 2, you comment on your colleagues, on other posts from the other participants. Second learning activity, just have to give one answer. In the third learning engagement activity, there are 4 posts actually to do, like 1 for each standard. So I will mark that as well. And then in the last activity, the picture, the image, and your little sentence that shows the IB learner profile attributes. So that helps you like throughout the workshop to see what has to be done and where you're at. So first week, we only do these activities, and then every week we start another module, and I will give you a video. So I hope that this will clarify. I remind you that there will be an offer soon. I will send you a message also to tell you when I will be available for a virtual meeting if you have any questions, and feel free to ask any other question. There are things that are planned within like the 4 weeks, going through basically we'll go back through everything that is within the unit plan and try to see how we can implement the IB program in our class, and to try to follow the IB philosophy. So these are things that we are going to share, trying to share ideas on how we can do it. So it's really collaborative. in a way, and try to have examples from teachers all around the world. So I'll be glad to follow you. If my voice is not like that nice, it's because I had COVID-19 a few weeks ago and I'm still have a few symptoms of that. So I'm sorry about that. So have a nice week and welcome once again to this online workshop.